For the past many years, children couldn't sleep at night out of fear. No one dares to get near the seas because of the giant beasts living there. However, things got better since the hunters arrived. These valiant warriors battle the beasts far beyond the horizon, risking their lives to rid the seas of those nightmare creatures. The most skilled team of hunters are known as the Inevitables. It's led by the unbeatable Captain Crow. He's accompanied by his loyal first mate Sarah Sharp and his young but fearless adopted son Jacob Holland. Their biggest fan is a little girl named Maisie Brumble who lives in an orphanage. Her parents were great hunters who had an honorable death while fighting the sea beast. Maisie wants to follow her parents' footsteps and often tries to run away from the orphanage. But tonight, she finally succeeded and eloped to follow her dreams. Meanwhile, Maisie's hero, Captain Crow, is waving his ship through the sea like always. Together with his team, he has taken down hundreds of sea beasts and earned bounty from the royals that bring food on their table. However, Captain Crow still finds his life incomplete. He has been waiting for 30 years to avenge the loss of his one eye. He was attacked by the strongest of all the sea beasts, the Red Bluster. After days of continuous search, Captain Crow finally gets a glimpse of Red Bluster. He orders his men to rush the ship after the big beast, but before they could do that, Jacob notices another hunter ship nearby. It's been attacked by a fully grown sea beast called Brickleback, and the hunters don't seem powerful enough to defend themselves. Captain Crow doesn't want to lose this golden chance of taking his revenge on Red Bluster, but Jacob reminds him of the hunter's code. They are obliged to help each other in need. Captain Crow is a man of rules, so he orders his men to take a turn and head to the other ship. On reaching there, the Inevitable draws the beast's attention towards themselves. Afterward, they attack the beast with heavy weapons. The beast disappears for a second, but then it attacks the ship from bottom. Jacob immediately starts rescuing the people on board. The beast wraps his huge tentacles all around the ship and pulls it to drown it in water. While defending others, Jacob accidentally falls in water and ends up in the Brickleback's mouth. Captain Crow can't stand seeing his son in danger. He grabs a spear and attacks the beast at his heart. Captain Crow assumes that the beast has died, so he starts cutting his horn to present it to the queen. Suddenly, the beast wakes up and pulls Captain Crow under the water. He miraculously survives and is brought back to the ship. But Captain Crow has seen death really close. He starts thinking about the future of his team. He calls Jacob and tells him that after defeating Red Bluster, his life will be complete. He's also getting old day by day. So before dying, he wants to announce Jacob as the next captain of the Inevitables. The day he picked up Jacob from the sea, he saw a fire in him. Jacob accepts the honor and promises to fulfill all of his dad's expectations. The next morning, the hunters reach the town and get greeted by their fans. Jacob treats everyone with drinks and sits down in the bar. In between the crowd, Maisie is there too. She introduces herself and confesses her desire to join the Inevitables. Jacob laughs it off and tells her that he doesn't recruit kids. Afterward, he locks her up in a carriage and sends her back to the orphanage. Afterward, Captain Crow and Jacob go to meet the Queen. She is delighted to know about his successful fight against Brickleback. However, she has also heard that the Inevitables missed the chance to defeat Red Bluster just to follow their self-made code. She believes that the hunters' decision has put more lives in danger. Now the royals don't want to fund the hunters anymore. They have built a military ship that will be led by the Admiral Hornagold. Now they will defeat Red Bluster. Captain Crow loses his temper on hearing this stupidity. They have been shedding blood in the sea while the royals were resting in their castles. How can the Queen humiliate the hunters like this? Moreover, the ship they build is not suitable to fight sea beasts, and their soldiers are inexperienced in this field too. Jacob tries to handle the situation and proposes the idea of a competition between the hunters and the royal military. Whoever defeats the Red Bluster will win. The Queen accepts the offer and the Inevitables get on the sea. Jacob suddenly notices a suspicious barrel on the ship and breaks it. Maisie is hiding inside it. Jacob wants to drop her on the nearest shore, but Captain Crow notices the same fire in Maisie as he noticed in Jacob. Moreover, he doesn't want to lag behind and let the kid stay. As soon as they reach the deepest part of the sea, Red Bluster shows her presence. Everyone gets ready and throws spears and ropes to catch the beast. Captain Crow's plan is to discharge Red Bluster's energy and attack her as she gets tired. However, the plan backfires as the beast starts circulating and creates a whirlpool. The ship is about to turn over in water, but Captain Crow doesn't want to let go of the beast. Maisie notices that everyone's life is in danger, so she starts cutting the ropes. Captain Crow tells Jacob to stop her, but he takes the girl's side. Jacob and Maisie fall in water and get inside a lifeboat. Captain blames his failure on Maisie and orders Jacob to bring her for punishment while pointing his gun at them. While they are arguing, the Red Bluster appears and swallows Jacob's boat. They are trapped inside her mouth and may get digested soon. Jacob makes his last attempt to escape and finds a way to Red Bluster's nostrils. As she sneezes, Jacob and Maisie are thrown out. Maisie hangs right in front of Red Bluster's face. She gets scared at first, but then notices the calmness on the beast's face. Jacob tries to attack Red Bluster with his knife, but Maisie stops him. He tries again, but instead of fighting back, the beast walks away. It's getting dark already, so Jacob and Maisie find shelter in a huge seashell. Maisie tells Jacob that the beast had no intention of harming them. She swallowed them to protect them from Captain Crow because he was holding a gun. Maybe the sea beasts never started this war. Jacob doesn't agree with the little girl and reminds her of her parents who were also killed by a sea beast. But Maisie believes even if the hunters are considered heroes, they still can be wrong. Jacob doesn't reply and goes out to find more supplies. Meanwhile, Captain Crow still hasn't given up and believes that Red Bluster killed Jacob. Sarah informs him that the ship is greatly damaged and they must stop at the nearest island. But Captain Crow orders them to keep sailing till they reach the forbidden island of Mukesh. There lives a powerful sorcerer named Gwen whose help can cost a huge fortune. But Captain Crow is ready to put everything including the hunter's rules at stake just to take down Red Bluster. The next morning, Maisie wakes up earlier and finds a weird little creature stealing their food. She follows it in curiosity and admires its cuteness. She tells Jacob that she wants to keep the creature as a pet and name it Blue. Jacob believes that everything on the island is dangerous and they must stay away. He throws away Blue and carries Maisie. He accidentally steps on the eggs lying on the ground and hatches a huge number of baby monsters. Suddenly, the monster's mother reaches there to get back her babies. Jacob and Maisie get on the boat and proceed towards their hometown. Suddenly, a huge crab-like sea beast attacks them. Before he can cause any harm, the Red Bluster reaches there and fights the crab. She throws him away and saves the two humans. Jacob is finally convinced of Maisie's assumption. Red Bluster just wants to protect them. Jacob tries to operate the boat, but it is greatly damaged. Maisie has an idea. She uses sign language to ask Red Bluster to help them reach the hometown. The beast understood the assignment and carried the boat on herself. Maisie is really good at communicating and quickly learns how to make Red Bluster change directions. Meanwhile, the Inevitables reach Mukesh Island. Captain Crow rushes to Gwen and asks for her most powerful spell. It's a special poison stored in an injection. It can even kill the strongest creature on this earth. However, Captain Crow has to give away everything to get this poison. Back in the sea, Jacob reads the books written on hunters. He doesn't recognize some of the events or the islands destroyed by the sea beasts. Maisie says all the books have lies. The beasts never attacked the shore. They just wanted to live peacefully on the sea, but the humans disturbed them. A storm is approaching, so Jacob and Maisie hide in Red Bluster's nostrils. They swim under the water and witness the beast's skeletons and ship remains lying on the seabed. Thousands of lives lost in a meaningless war. The blood moon has appeared as a sign of Gwen's spell. She's going to make all the Inevitables pay for the poison Captain bought. But all that Captain Crow cares about is getting closer to his mission. Red Bluster drops her two friends on the island shore. Jacob wants to continue their previous lives, but Maisie suggests taking a new start which involves no hunting of sea beasts. They say goodbye to Red Bluster, but the beast suddenly gets uncomfortable. She has noticed something. It's the royal ship on the other side of the island. She gets triggered and rushes to attack the ship. Maisie tries to calm her down, but fails. Red Bluster wrecks the ship in just one strike. The Inevitables reach there too, but Captain Crow attacks her with the poison injection. He takes it out after a while because he wants to completely kill the notorious beast in front of the whole kingdom. The beast is tied up and carried along with the ship. Jacob comes forward too and brings the injured Maisie. She opens her eyes in the ship and tries attacking Captain Crow because he harmed her friend. Jacob wants his dad to understand the situation, but the old guy is too stubborn to change his goals. Maisie also asks Sarah for help, but she can't do much even though she believes the little girl. The beast is carried to the kingdom and Captain Crow steps on her to kill her with his spear. Meanwhile, Blue helps Maisie in escaping the ship and trying to help Red Bluster. Jacob also steps forward to stop Captain Crow, but he doesn't listen and announces that Jacob is no longer his son. With Sarah's help, Maisie succeeds in freeing Red Bluster. The beast only wants to attack Captain Crow, but Maisie stops her. If this war doesn't end here, it never will. Afterward, Maisie exposes the royals who deceived the public with fake history books. They did it just to earn money and reputation for themselves. After learning the whole truth, the public demands to let go of the beast. Even the royal military takes Maisie's side. After completing her mission, Maisie goes away with Jacob to another island to enjoy a great life ahead. The hunters have given up harming the sea beasts and stay away from their island for good. The life of one human and one beast was saved that day, but it made the whole world take a new start. Sometimes you have to put aside your ego and grudge and look at the situation from a neutral angle, because the heroes can be wrong too.